Welcome to the Daily Farming Cycle, where we explore the fascinating journey of agriculture, turning raw nature into delicious treasures. Deep within the humid tropical rainforests, the cacao tree thrives in the shade, bearing colorful pods that hold the secret of chocolate. Experienced farmers patrol these lush groves daily, using their knowledge to identify the exact moment when a pod reaches perfect maturity. Farmers use sharp machetes to carefully harvest the ripe pods, ensuring the delicate tree trunk remains unharmed for future growing seasons. Each pod is handled with great respect, as it represents months of growth and the beginning of a long, complex journey. The harvest is gathered into large, vibrant piles on the forest floor, creating a stunning mosaic of nature's raw colors. With a swift and practiced strike, the thick husk is cracked open, revealing the precious treasure hidden safely inside the shell. Hands scoop out the wet beans, which are covered in a sweet, white pulp that is essential for the next stage. At this stage, the beans bear little resemblance to chocolate, appearing more like fresh fruit seeds wrapped in a cottony layer. Carrying the heavy harvest requires immense physical strength as farmers navigate the rugged terrain to reach the processing area before nightfall. The fresh beans are immediately transferred into large wooden boxes, marking the end of the harvest and the start of transformation. Despite the exhausting labor, there is a sense of pride in the farmer's eyes, knowing they have harvested high-quality crops. The empty husks are left behind to decompose, returning vital nutrients to the soil and completing the natural cycle of the forest. As the sun sets over the plantation, the physical work ends, but a magical biological process is just about to begin. Nature takes over as the beans are covered with banana leaves, creating a warm, humid environment perfect for the fermentation process. Underneath these layers of banana leaves, a complex chemical reaction occurs, generating heat that changes the bean's internal structure forever. The sweet white pulp breaks down and liquefies, allowing the beans to absorb the developing flavors that will eventually define the chocolate. Every 2 days, farmers must turn the beans to ensure even fermentation and aeration, a critical step for consistent quality. The beans have now lost their white coating and turned a deep reddish brown, signaling that the fermentation phase is complete. The beans are moved to open patios, where they are spread out thinly to bask in the intense tropical sunlight. From above, the drying yards look like vast textured carpets, where the sun slowly evaporates moisture to preserve the beans. Constant raking is essential to ensure every single bean dries evenly, preventing spoilage and locking in the rich cocoa aroma. As the moisture leaves, the beans shrink and their skins become brittle, protecting the precious nibs inside from the outside world. Farmers test the dryness by sound and touch. A crisp crack indicates the beans are ready for the next stage of their journey. At night, the beans are piled up and covered to protect them from moisture, showing the constant care required in this process. Before leaving the farm, the beans undergo a manual cleaning process to remove any debris, ensuring only the best make it through. Once dried to perfection, these beans are packed into breathable jute bags, ready to embark on a long journey to the factory. The sacks are loaded onto trucks, leaving the tranquility of the farm for the bustling, high-tech world of modern chocolate manufacturing. Arriving at the processing plant, the raw ingredients enter a world of stainless steel and precision engineering, where magic becomes science. Quality control is rigorous. Samples are tested to ensure the flavor profile meets the high standards required for premium chocolate production. The industrial process begins with intense cleaning. Vibrating sieves and magnets remove every trace of foreign matter from the cocoa beans. Roasting is the moment of truth. Controlled heat develops the complex flavor precursors created during fermentation into the chocolate taste we love. The roasting temperature and duration are carefully monitored, as they determine whether the final chocolate will be fruity, nutty, or dark. After roasting, the beans are cracked and winnowed. Strong currents of air blow away the shells, leaving behind the pure cocoa nibs. These roasted nibs are the heart of chocolate. They are now ready to be transformed from solid pieces into a liquid state. Heavy rollers crush the nibs, releasing the natural cocoa butter trapped inside and turning the dry pieces into a thick paste. Friction and heat melt the cocoa butter, creating chocolate liquor, a dark, bitter liquid that is the base of all chocolate products. Some liquor is pressed to separate the golden cocoa butter from the solid cocoa powder. Two distinct ingredients with different uses. To create milk chocolate, we blend the cocoa liquor with precise amounts of sugar, milk powder, and extra cocoa butter for creaminess. The mixture travels through steel rollers that refine the particles until they are smaller than the human tongue can detect as separate grains. This is conking, a process of prolonged heating and mixing that rounds off acidic flavors and creates the ultimate silky texture. Hours of conking ensure that every particle is coated in cocoa butter, resulting in a chocolate that melts effortlessly in your mouth. Tempering is the science of heating and cooling the chocolate to stabilize crystals, giving the final bar its satisfying snap and shine. Clean molds move along the line, ready to receive the tempered chocolate. The precision of the machinery ensures every bar is identical. High-precision nozzles fill the molds with the exact amount of chocolate. For special varieties, roasted nuts or dried fruits are added at this stage, providing a crunchy contrast to the smooth chocolate base. The molds enter a long cooling tunnel where controlled cold air hardens the chocolate, shrinking it slightly for easy removal later. Inside the tunnel, the cocoa butter creates a stable crystal structure, locking in the glossy finish and the characteristic hard snap. Emerging from the cold, the molds are inverted and capped. The bars release instantly, a testament to perfect tempering and cooling. Rows of perfect chocolate bars march towards the packaging line. Visual sensors scan each one, rejecting any with even minor cosmetic flaws. High-speed wrapping machines fold gold or silver foil around each bar, protecting the chocolate from light, moisture, and foreign odors. The final paper wrapper is applied, complete with beautiful branding and nutritional information, giving the product its familiar shelf appearance. Robotic arms stack the finished bars into display boxes with tireless precision, preparing them for distribution to stores around the world. Pallets of chocolate are stored in temperature-controlled warehouses, ensuring they remain in peak condition before reaching the consumer's hands. From the tropical forest to your living room, the journey is long, but the moment of unwrapping makes it all worthwhile. That distinct snap you hear is the sound of quality, a direct result of the precise fermentation, roasting, and tempering processes. As it melts on your tongue, you are tasting the soil, the sun, and the dedication of thousands of people involved. This simple treat connects global communities, linking the hard work of farmers in the tropics with the joy of consumers everywhere. Whether eaten as a bar or used in desserts, chocolate remains one of the most beloved and complex foods in human history. Back in the rainforest, a new flower blooms on the cacao tree, signaling that the cycle of life and farming continues. Sustainable farming practices ensure that we can enjoy this delicious treat for generations to come, preserving both nature and flavor. From intense dark chocolate to creamy milk varieties, the versatility of the humble cocoa bean is truly a marvel of nature. So the next time you enjoy a piece of chocolate, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey it has traveled. It is a journey of patience, science, and passion, transforming a bitter seed into a sweet experience that brings happiness to millions. We have witnessed the entire life cycle of industrial chocolate today, a miraculous process of biology, engineering, and culinary art working together. Thank you for watching the Daily Farming Cycle. Subscribe now to discover more amazing stories behind the food on your table.